Let's go ahead and Teresa, if you would, please go ahead and get us started with Coach Wallace.
Good afternoon, Teresa Walker, the Associated Press. You were coming to Memphis and you end up over there working with Penny over with the Tigers. Obviously things have worked out pretty well, but what are you looking forward to this opportunity, being there, working with this group of players and with this coaching staff in particular?
Well, it's definitely great to be reunited with Larry Brown. Coach Brown, of course, was with me in Detroit when we won the championship. And of course, Penny and I, throughout the years with our NBA career, we've always kept in contact and, always admired each other's game. But for him to ask me to join the staff, it was definitely, one, a surprise. But second, it was a pleasure because I like working with young kids, period. And now here it is, I'm working with a chance for these young men to go to that next phase, not only in basketball, but in life, and to becoming better young men and just trying to help them make some money.
Next up, we'll go Stephen.
Rasheed, you said it was a little bit of a surprise when Penny talked to you about this, I guess, the assistant spot. I guess, how long have you two kind of just been discussing that possibility?
Man, to be honest, it wasn't long. I was waiting on another move. I was planning on going to the NBA, but a friend of mine, he didn't get a job that was expected. So it was like almost God sent, for real, out of the blue. Penny and I had mutual friends, and next thing I know, he was like, "Yo, man, get you on the phone with Penny and, y'all talk it out." And it was just a quick conversation. I think he knows how I am. He's heard how I am when I work with the kids. I'm all energy and full steam ahead. So I think that's something that he wanted to involve with his program.
Next up, Cassie, please.
Hey, Rasheed, do you remember the first time you met Penny or any early interactions you had with him previously?
Let me see. The first time I met him actually was on the basketball court. He was in Orlando. I think it was either Orlando or it might have been Phoenix. And that's when I first came into the NBA in '95. And, just, of course, seeing him before that and the whole commercial, Little Penny and all those other things. But to actually meet him, he was a cool dude. From what I took from it, from playing against him throughout our careers is, he's not stuck on himself. He's a team guy first, and that's the type of people that I like. That's the type of people that I like as a teammate.
Terry.
Well,
oh, you breaking up a little bit there.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
All right, I'm in a bad spot. Go ahead. Okay. What gave you the coaching bug, and where did Fred all don't lie come from?
Oh, okay. I got you. You was breaking up, but I got you. The coaching bug actually just came from wanting to pass knowledge on. I've had the pleasure and the luck and the joy of playing for many different coaches. Coach Brown, Coach Dean Smith, my high school coach, Bill Ellerby. To me, those three guys are on a pedestal when it comes to coaching. And of course, you're in the same profession, so you want to be like them. So when I started coaching AAU with my sons when they were younger, that's where it sort of started at. And then from there, just went to high school, and then I coached in the league for a little bit. And now here I am on this collegiate level. And the phrase, where the phrase "the ball don't lie" comes from, it's just a Philly term, man. It's something you say when you're out there on the schoolyard when you're talking junk to somebody. So that's where I originally got it from. Everybody think I made it up, but I didn't make it up.
Next up, Jason.
Hey, Rasheed, I actually, I'm glad you mentioned Coach Ellerby. I talked to him a week or two ago, and he said that sometime after you left high school and went to North Carolina, that he received a letter from Coach Smith that said you were the most prepared player that he'd ever coached. Do you think that kind of lends, do you think that kind of lends itself to you being a coach? Was that kind of a, you being extremely prepared. Do you think that that's like something that most great coaches have?
I think so. Preparation is always best. You know, if you call yourself any type of coach or even any type of player, you know, you have to prepare for that game or, you know, for that challenge or whatever comes up to you. So the way that it went for me, it was that challenge. You know, it was like, all right, let me see if I could do this or not with this whole coaching thing. But, you know, with men like Mr. Ellaby, it just made it simple because it's simple basketball. Don't make nothing too hard and just keep it all simple.
Next up, we'll go over to Dana, please.
Yeah, Rasheed, you talked about, you know, one of the things obviously you can help players get better, but making money. And the world has changed since you were a player, and it's probably changed in the last 9 months more dramatically than it ever has for college athletics. Where does your knowledge, do you think, help with, you know, with your roster now, the knowledge not just in how to play, but how to market yourself and prepare for what all basketball can bring?
Oh, I think that'd definitely be a great help. And with this whole NIL thing now, you know, they're on that pedestal. So now I guess their fans are going to be expecting more, you know, because when you're on that professional level, of course, your fans are expecting everything from you. But it's just a matter of wanting to pass that knowledge on. You know, have a bunch of great guys down here. They're hungry, they're eager. And to me, that's what makes coaching helpful. When you have guys who are hungry, who are eager, who want to make themselves better, not only as young men, but as ball players. And when it comes to the money side of it, yeah, you know, that's all inflation. When I was in the NBA, you know, the guys before me paved the way. And now, you know, we paved the way for this generation to receive the dollars that they get. So it just all goes hand in hand. So I want to see my young guys, you know, get that money. So I can't take this knowledge to the grave with me. And it'll be a injustice to the basketball world and to the basketball gods if I did that.
Clayton, go ahead.
Hey,
Clayton, we
Rasheed,
can't hear you. Yes.
can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just, you know, lending off what Dana had said, more towards the on-court aspect of this, just what did you notice from the days when you were playing, you know, you were a big that could hit the three, you know, to now when you had coached in the NBA, some of these young guys, what do you see from this roster and what some of these bigs need to do to be prepared to be successful in the NBA?
I think to be that classic player, everyone thinks that I started the whole big man three-point shot, but I didn't. I actually got it from the late great Cliff Robinson and Derek Coleman. You know, those are my two veterans, but it all started inside. It goes inside out. And the further you go in your career, that's when I stepped out. So what I want to tell the young guys and teach them is, you know, don't depend on that three so much. Yeah, I shot it, but I didn't really start shooting it until later in my career when, of course, I wasn't as fast. And going against big guys like Shaq every other night, then it's like, man, you can't keep banging down there. So I definitely want to teach them the ins and outs, teach them the post game. I think that's one of the things that's missing here with a little bit of college basketball and on a professional ranks, that post game inside out to make it simple basketball. Now, this generation, they're running straight to the three-point line and want to hoist up all these threes. But if you can't shoot, or if you're not known to make those shots, then hey, you gotta go back to basic basketball. Get your ass down there in the post. Give me that layup. That's just as good as a three. Give me that layup, higher percentage, you know, and basic basketball is pretty much what I want to install in these young men to get back to.
And on that note, just to follow up, you know, I think it's safe to assume that, you know, bigs being taught by Rasheed Wallace will have a little bit of attitude, some physicality down low. Like, what can we expect from some of these guys?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we have some great bigs here, and they all have that hunger edge. And, you know, that when you have that hunger edge, it turns you into a different person. It changes your characteristics. So, you know, on the court, off the court, for sure, they're nice young men. But on the court, I don't want them to be nice. You know, I want them to be be down and dirty. You know, of course, play fair, nothing dirty, throwing elbows or anything of that nature. But I want you to play fair, play hard, and give it 1,000%. Bottom line.
We'll go ahead and finish up with two more today. First, Samaria.
Hey, Coach. When we talked to Coach Brown, he told us that this, can you hear me? Okay. He said that this is one of the best jobs that one could ask for with Penny, with the facilities, Memphis being such a big basketball town. How excited are you to be able to coach here?
Oh, I'm exhilarated. Playing here against the Grizzlies, it was always a basketball crowd. And then I think it was already written in this path because Memphis has been a big part in my basketball history, to be honest, not only just playing in the NBA, but being involved here in the McDonald's All-American game when I was in high school back in '93. So Memphis definitely plays a big part in my basketball life. And just, you know, being able to come to this city, first of all, I call him the mayor because he's like the mayor of Memphis. You know, anywhere he goes, everybody knows him. He gets anything he wants here. But to be coaching with him to help this next generation move forward, it's an honor, it's a pleasure, because you have a lot of great basketball minds sitting up there in that office, and we're going to pass all that knowledge on to these young fellas.
We'll go ahead and finish up with Coach Wallace with Stephen, please.
Well, Rasheed, I guess this is my last question is, man, somebody said they saw you out at Cigar Lounge with some OGs, man. So how have you just been kind of adjusting to the city overall, just getting accustomed to the lifestyle, I should say?
I like it. I've hung out here in Memphis before. It's slow motion. I still have friends that live here, obviously, and that's, you know, who I was hanging out with at the cigar bar the other night, and they were just showing me like, yo, with me being an out-of-towner, only thing I pretty much saw was just like downtown Memphis, Beale Street, FedEx Forum, you know, just right there. But just talking with my friends who've lived here for, you know, 20 plus years. So now I'm starting to hang out more, you know, in a couple of other nice spots out here, some cigar lounges and things of that nature for people my age. And I'm enjoying it, to be honest, man. It's definitely a pleasure.
All right, Coach Wallace, thank you very much. We'll get over to Coach Hardaway here in a sec. Be right back, everybody.
Thank you, guys.